let's get to the poll question brought to you by the great folks at Atlas Goods. Our poll question today, what would make you the happiest as a fan? So far, leading the vote with 57% is adding 2 first-round picks. Behind that is a 3rd to 6th overall pick, and 8% is playoffs. 11% of folks say they are angry. 8% of fans.
Alex is going to be angry because you already gave the answer. Alex hasn't voted yet.
Oh, whatever.
He's going to be pissed.
8% of fans, 8% of Canucks fans, Chris, that listen to this show say that making the playoffs will make them happiest.
You gave Alex. See, Alex, he always gets the answer.
Whatever.
Right.
Alex no, got that anyway.
No,
that's such an obvious answer. You got your poll questions. I don't know.
Is that too? No, that's not too much.
Joking.
What if would you rather have in this draft specifically the 4th overall pick, or would you rather have 3 late first?
3 late first?
Yeah.
No, I disagree, Alex.
In this draft, you're taking 4th overall.
No,
man.
I disagree.
Yeah, you are.
No, you want 3 first-round picks. If you're the Canucks, you have absolutely nothing. Like you just talked about trading Bo Horvat and how, Jack Studnicka's your second line center.
You can have it all, baby.
No, if you have 3 first-round picks in this draft, hey, look, if one of those picks is in the top 5, top 10 anyway, because you're bad when you trade Bo Horvat, right? And you're adding 2 late firsts? Yeah, absolutely. Like, what you're suggesting here, Chris, is trading Bo Horvat and
tell you what, any other draft maybe, but this one,
you're going to get that pick anyway.
So let's say you get 15, 29, and 31. Would you rather have that than 4th overall?
Absolutely.
No.
Who are you taking 4th overall that you're stoked about?
Michkov, Leo Carlson, Fantilli, and Bedard are going to go 1-2.
Yeah.
And then it's going to be Carlson or Michkov going 3-4. You're getting an absolute superstar with either of those players. This top 4 is ridiculous.
But
I'd rather have a top 4 than
the late part.
First.
And I've started to do my draft research. Okay. The later part of this first round, you are able to add difference makers right up till the second round in this draft.
And forwards maybe, but you're getting like wingers again.
Look, if you're the Canucks, and hey, I'm saying you're adding 2 first-round picks in a Bo Horvat trade, that would make me happiest. That's what I'm voting for, right? And I'm saying that the Canucks might still get a top 10 pick. Maybe 15th is tough. You really think the Canucks are going to finish one spot outside of a wildcard spot? There's no chance the Canucks are finishing there.
That sounds pretty Canuck to me.
But after trading Bo Horvat, you think the Canucks are finishing there? Like, they can't even get the job done.
No, but maybe Thatcher Demko goes on a run late, something like that. They could. Okay,
yeah, I guess you're right.
I'll give you this. 13th overall, and the last 2 picks of the draft.
Yeah, well,
of the first round.
Last 2.
30th,
who you trading with that
and
you're getting in the last 2?
The Avalanche get Bo Horvat.
Yeah, anyways.
And let's say maybe you get a first down the road, right? Doesn't even have to be this.
You looked at where the Avalanche are in the standings?
Yeah, but
they're not finishing President's Trophy.
No, but let's look at the end of the season where they're at. It's going to matter where they finish in the playoffs of where they're drafted.
Yeah, so that might be like the 26th overall.
No, I think I'm right with the 4th overall. In this draft, listen, any other draft that you talk about, maybe, but not with this top 4.
I think
you're probably getting Michkov there. Because Michkov, he's going to fall because of the Russia factor. But 3-4 years down the road, you're loving watching a 22-year-old Michkov walk into your first line and be a superstar. In the
what do you
NHL.
have in the meantime?
Time to rebuild and time to get ready for it.
Yeah. Okay.
You talk about pieces coming into a team later down the road. You got Pettersson coming up on the end of moving into his next contract with the Canucks. You got Quinn Hughes near the end, and you add Michkov to the group. If you do things right. I'm taking the 4th, and everyone in the chat agrees with me. Not one person on your side here in the chat, so thank you very much for that. Well, everyone's saying 4th. Rather take the 4th. Quads
4th is fine, but if one of those 2 first-round picks, or 3, excuse me, one of your 3 first-round picks, if it's a top 10 pick, right? I'm fine with that. Add 2 later in the first. You're adding a first-round talent. That's what this team needs. They need more of that.
That's the interesting thing, though, is you could have all of it. You could have the middle.
I want you to think about for a sec how good Brock Besser was in his rookie year. Mm-hmm. Go back to that, okay? Imagine this team adding a player like that, rookie Brock Besser, not the current Brock Besser. Rookie Brock Besser, adding that to this team when you're looking in a year's time or 2 years' time. Okay, you're adding 2 of those potentially because, it's a winger. You're adding 2 of those to your team in 2 years' time. Or would you rather wait 4 years for Matvei Michkov?
Man, Mitchkov.
that's if
I
you
know
nail
he's great. He's great. He's gonna
Go ahead, Alex. Alex wants in on this. I know he's on my
just
side.
because you're not guaranteed to draft a Besser in the later first round. Like that was a pretty good hit, and you're more likely to hit on a 5th overall than you are a 226 or whatever.
You are, but
26.
this team isn't getting turned around by adding a superstar to it. Like Elias Pettersson can't carry the load by himself. Elias Pettersson and one other guy can't carry the load by themselves.
And how did you get
Elias
Elias Pettersson
here in 4 years? If you go with Mitchkov, this is a stupid hypothetical. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. The people agree with me.
No.
The poll question people do agree with me. Adding 2 first-round picks is what would make fans happiest.
Right. That's because people are seeing it could be a 3rd to 6th. I'm saying 4th. If you can get top 4 in this draft, you're laughing with the superstar.
Sure.
Can I add this? The Canucks are probably, if they go and they start trading away Horvat, they trade away some other pieces, Shen doesn't sign, whatever, they're going to have a real deep prospect pool, and you're not going to be good for a bunch of years. So you're going to probably accumulate a couple top 5 picks, similar to what I saw here in Ottawa. You're not going to necessarily need 3 of them all from one draft. If you can get some quality guys, like Ottawa got in that rebuild, they got Stützle, they got Tkachuk, they got Sanderson. These are all top 5s, and if they would have gone, with later first rounders, we're still waiting on those. Like Ridley Gregg, we're still waiting on.
Right.
And a lot of those guys. It just pushes that so much further down the road. And if you're talking about wasting Peterson and Quinn's prime years, you want to get this thing going as fast as you can. You get those higher top 5 pick type deal, 3 to 6, whatever.
Yeah.
And then next year, you're probably getting another one. And the next year, you might be getting that 10 plus or whatever, or you're flipping it for a DeBrincat like we did.
Let's talk about what we're actually, and Alex, good point. But Chris, what I'm saying to you is, if you're not adding 2 first-round picks, you have traded Bo Horvat for a young center, or you've traded Bo Horvat for a roster piece to win now.
No, you could have both for sure. What I'm saying is this was the question is what would make you happiest as a fan. It's not about one or the other.
Yeah, I'm not
which one
this anymore. This is a stupid conversation.
No, it's not, because Alex is a good example of this with first-round picks. What's Lassie Thompson done as the 19th overall pick since 2019? Not a lot. I don't know. There's a lot of hits that you don't have out of the top 15. You're not getting a Brock Besser every time.
Yeah, this is a good draft, though. This is a good draft.
It's a good draft for forwards and wingers.
Yep.
There's going to be 4 defensemen.
So add future first-round picks.
There's going to be 6 defensemen going.
Add future first-round picks. Do exactly what Alex was just saying. Add first-round picks. I'm talking don't just hope that you suck enough to get the 3rd, 6th overall pick. They're not trading for the 3rd or 6th overall pick.
Mm-hmm.
So you're hoping that that's what happens. And like you said, the most Canucks thing that happens is that they don't get that. They get the 15th pick.
Yeah,
so
14th.
Add the first-round picks. You've got nothing. Add the picks. Don't hope that you finish 4th so you can get Matvei Michkov or whatever you're saying. It doesn't make sense. It's a stupid conversation. We're not having it anymore. Done.